Welcome you all on Tech Special Information. This video is about the Mod 10 counter using Verilog code. So Mod 10 counter, that means the counter will start its counting from 0 up to 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, so on up to 9. After the 9, it will reset the counter again and it will start counting from 0 again. So this is a online Verilog simulator tutorialspoint.com. From this site you can write and execute Verilog code using your smartphone also. So I am going to use this simulator. So at first I am declaring the module name as count, count, and inputs are clock and reset, and output is count. Clock, reset, both are single bit input. In the second line I am declaring the input, input input, then clock and reset. In third line I am declaring the output. Output is a register type variable, it is declared here, and output is a 4-bit output, that is CNT. So we are declaring it as 3 down to 0, and I am initializing the count value as 0 for tick D0. D means decimal here. Okay. Now always at the rate pause edge of clock. That means in every positive edge of clock the output will change. What is the condition here? If reset equals to 1 tick V1 or count equals to 4 tick D9, that means when reset will become 1 or count will become 9. In these two conditions, if any one condition arises, at that case we will reset our counter. So CNT equals to 4 tick D0, as you can see at the 7th line. Okay, if reset is equals to 1 or count will become 9, at that case we will again start counting from 0. In else case, at line 8, else, line number 9, count equals to count plus 4 tick D1. In else case we will increase our output value by 1. If initially the count value is 0, so it will become 1, then we will add again 1, it will become 2, 3, and so on. End and end module. From line number 12 we are starting our test bench module. We are giving name of test bench module as TV. Now we are declaring input variable clock and reset, CLK and RST, as register type. You know that inside test bench we declare input variable as register and output variable as wire. So output variable is 4-bit here. I have taken both input output variables in test bench as well as design module as same name. Okay. Now we have to declare the design module name, that is count here at line number 15, and we are also giving the name as CC. Now inside that .clk and clk.rst, inside bracket rst, as because I have given same name of input output variable inside test bench as well as inside design module. Now from line 17, initial begin. Initially I have given clock equals to 0 and reset equals to 0 as well. If we provide reset equals to 0, the counter will count normally, it will increase the output variable value. When reset will become 1, then output value will become 0 and the counter will reset. From line number 22, always at the rate pauses of clock. Okay, so in positive edge of clock, line number 22, positive edge of clock, I will check the value. I will check the value of reset, clock and counter. So with the help of $monitor, we can print the value of RST, clock and counter when the positive edge will come. At that time only the output will change. Then initial begin forever, we are using forever here, as because after every 5th simulation time #5 CLK equals to not of CLK. That means after every 5th simulation time clock will become negative of clock. So if initially clock is equals to 0, after 5th simulation time clock will become 1, then at 10th simulation time clock will become 0, and so on. We are declaring here has $5 finish, has $500 finish. That means after 500 simulation time our simulation will finish. So now I am going to execute this one. Let's click on execute. Real online simulator, it will take a little time. After executing I will show you the result. Yes, it is giving result. So see here the result. At initial 5 simulation time RST equals to 0, clock is equals to 1. I have declared clock as 0 initially, so after 5th simulation time clock is becoming 1, and counter starting its count from 1, as because initially I have declared count equals to 0. So when the clock is equals to 0 at 10th simulation time, then count will remain 1, as because this is a positive ST guard. So at every positive edge the counter value will increment. When the clock is 0, that means when clock is 0, before the next positive edge the count value will not change. So at 5th and 10th simulation time I am getting counter value as 1. Then at next positive edge of clock at 15th simulation time the counter is becoming 2, and so on. See here it is incrementing up to 9. After 9 it is becoming 0, and again it is counting. That means it is incrementing. Okay, now see here I have used only blocking assignments here. Equals to means blocking, and less than equals to, that means non-blocking assignment. I am using blocking assignment here. Don't think that in case of sequential designing it is necessary to use the non-blocking assignment everywhere. No, not like that. Here I have used the blocking assignment. That will depends upon the condition. Okay, so if you want to see if you have any doubt regarding the blocking and non-blocking assignment, you can comment me in the comment box section. I will make a separate video on the topic of blocking and non-blocking assignment. Okay, here I have used only a single statement inside if and else, so I can use the blocking assignment here also. Okay, if you have any doubt you can comment in the comment box section, and if you require more videos on Verilog topic you can comment. Okay, thank you. That's all for today's lecture.